Welcome back, YouTube world. Airbnb's falling apart. They are trying to make updates to their software, and it's causing all sorts of a ruckus. Just today, some group of Airbnb hosts in my private Facebook group told me that they had this issue where their listings were not popping up anymore because they were entire homes. Quick backstory, Airbnb is making changes because Brian Chesky said that they would to try to win back business. He said he's not happy with the way that the platform is working and it's broken from the inside and he wants to make some changes. Well, they've been trying to make some changes and they're failing. And I want to show you some things. I took a bunch of screenshots for this live stream so you can see what's going on. Let me tell you about the one that's been broken for a while that they're trying to fix and tell you about this one that they've, of course, broken again. So guys, my name is Sean Rocky. I've been teaching Airbnb for like 6 years on this YouTube channel. And this live stream is about the things that Airbnb is breaking as we speak. So let me show you a few screenshots. So this came in about a week ago. Airbnb guests, hundreds of them are saying, hey, we can't fix this, but we have a problem with our cleaning fees. We have 2-day stays or 1-day stays where cleaning fees are not showing up. Guests are getting cleanings for free. And I, of course, made a TikTok video super angry at Brian Chesky about this, and I took it down for a little while because I'm like, even though I investigated this, I might be wrong. But here's why I jumped down his neck right away, even though I might have been wrong about how this is working. Brian Chesky and Airbnb have always sided with guests in order to try to not lose their business. They don't understand that hosts are the service provider, and without hosts, they are lost. So they've done things like this. They gave hosts back 25% of what they took from hosts when COVID cancellations happened. Basically, they canceled all of our reservations without our permission, gave guests 100% refund. They only gave us back 25%. This was the promise that they gave to guests. They just chose to arbitrarily give money to guests without our permission. And then they even caught guests this way too. They told guests that they would not keep the service fees when people canceled their reservations for COVID, but then they kept the service fees. So Airbnb's had a history of doing lots of things wrong. So here's the anatomy of what's going on. Let me kind of explain. With this cleaning fee fiasco, there is a error with the UI. Let's put it that way. If you want to change your cleaning fee on Airbnb, you've got to go to your calendar now. You don't do it from your listing, you do it from your calendar. On the right side, you'll see this section that says cleaning fee. Below it now is a section where it says short stay cleaning fee. So you can go in and you can choose a new price. People who are not API connected don't have a problem with this. And let me explain what API connected is, because those of you who are losing money, this is likely why. You can connect to Airbnb through a software. You can connect to Airbnb through HostAway, Guesty, Tokeet, all of these different companies. Now, all of your Airbnb listing settings go into Airbnb through that software. So you normally have a cleaning fee, and then you can have a short stay cleaning fee, which is a separate thing on Airbnb where your cleaning fee can be cheaper if somebody stays 2 days or less. Now, you normally set that up in Airbnb's listing, but then when you have a channel manager, you actually try to do this through the channel manager because Airbnb forces you to. What's been happening is this short stay cleaning fee down here, where you would normally make it lower, like in this case, $5 instead of 10, it's not showing up. So essentially, I think what Airbnb did, and before I go give you a bunch of crazy screenshots, let me go back to staring you right at the face. So what Airbnb has is this UI setup where you can set a long stay cleaning fee and a short cleaning fee. If you have a channel manager, that channel manager is supposed to be responsible for making sure that this happens. So they are responsible now for your communication with Airbnb. You have to go into your calendar and make both and set up both. If you don't set up the short stay cleaning fee, that's fine. It just won't exist. It won't do anything. If you have it set up, it'll give you a little marker where you can say delete short stay cleaning fee. What I think Airbnb did is Airbnb updated their API, which is their communication between these channels, and some channels didn't get the chance to set up internally for 2 cleaning fees. Because this is brand new. There's not a single other channel in the world. There's no the VRBO, Booking.com, Marriott Homes and Villas. None of them have 2 cleaning fees. Airbnb only. So Airbnb says to everybody, hey, we're going to have 2 cleaning fees now, and set up your software. Prepare for that. And so now Airbnb's API says, we want to know what the cleaning fee is, and we want to know what the short cleaning fee is. And if Airbnb and Tokeet or Guesty or Hostify or HostAway, if they don't talk to Airbnb correctly, then what happens is it can break. And so what I think happened to all these guests that have gotten free cleaning fees from hosts is that communication was broken, where Airbnb went to call to find out what the short stay cleaning fee was, and they got like a 0, or they got a no return. So then Airbnb took that fake or false or that error in return and then assigned a $0 short cleaning fee to those Airbnb listings, is what's going on. So if you guys want to find out if you have a short stay cleaning fee, even though you're connected to a channel manager, you can still go into your calendar and find this out. Let's go back to this little screen share here real quick. So you can find out, if you notice here where it says $10 and below 5, to the right it says remove. What I want you guys to do is go into your calendar and see if it shows remove next to that number. It might say $0 for you, and if you click remove, it'll go away. But your channel manager, if you're connected to one, might be putting this $0 short stay cleaning fee in, and it's unremovable unless your channel manager fixes that. So if you notice this says $0 and a remove next to it, call your channel manager. If you've noticed that this says $0 without a remove next to it, and you're still giving guests free cleaning fees for $2 for two days or less, even though your long stay cleaning fee is bigger, that means your channel manager is bypassing this setting and is telling Airbnb they have a $0 short stay cleaning fee, even though you don't. So your channel manager might be broken here, and that's the issue. Now, there are other settings that Airbnb has switched that I think this is why we're breaking, is because Airbnb switched all these settings from your listing to your calendar. For example, your pet fee is something that normally is in your house rules just like this. It'll say pets not allowed. Well, in that same pricing section below cleaning fee, you can mark a pet fee. Now what happens is if you put this pet fee as $0 or as $200, whatever, it'll go and it will turn on your pets allowed if you put a number in there. Now, here's why some of you might do this. Some of you might actually want a $200 pet fee because you want that to be the penalty for bringing a pet when it's not allowed, right? Pets are not allowed, but if you bring a pet, it's going to cost you $1,000. Well, if you put $1,000 there or $200 there, Airbnb makes pets allowed. And even if you set that number back to 0, check this out. If you set that number back to 0 here and you go back in, it'll still show pets allowed. You still have to go back in and turn it to pets not allowed, unlike the cleaning fee setting. So what I want you guys to do too, if you have a cleaning fee problem, here's your solution to your cleaning fee. Make your cleaning fee $0. Just make it 0. Short stay, long stay. You're going to move it to management fee, which is also something that's right below your cleaning fee, right here. It's also on your calendar. By doing this, you're going to serve kind of two different benefits. They can no longer hit you with some short stay cleaning fee because your cleaning fees are 0, short or long. And this management fee doesn't show up as a fee on the guest side. So if you have a $100 per night nightly rate and the stay is 3 days long, it'd be $300. Normally it'll show the $300 and then a $100 cleaning fee. If you make the management fee $100, instead of it showing $300 for 3 nights, it'll show $400 for 3 nights because the management fee actually gets bundled in. So a 1 night stay shows as $200, a 2 night stay shows as $300, and a 3 night stay shows as $400 if you have a $100 nightly rate and a $100 management fee. It automatically jams them together so you no longer have this problem. Airbnb might make some other updates later where the cleaning fee is a little bit easier to understand, but this is a fast solution for if you don't want your cleaning fee to show up and you don't want Airbnb to push you down in the algorithm because you have a cleaning fee. Because that's what Airbnb's been doing, is Airbnb's pushing people down where their cleaning fees are too big of a percentage compared to their nightly rate. So you want to lower your cleaning fees at bare minimum. I think this is an example. So we did an example here where we've got base rates and weekend price. And then in here, it'll show you right here, this is the prime example. So if you have a management fee with your base rate of 114, your nightly rate will look like this instead. It will no longer show a cleaning fee, where otherwise it would show as a cleaning fee. Now here for multiple nights with that same base rate, you can see that there's no cleaning fee, but you can see that we've got a long stay discount because we use the multi-day discount. This is what it'll look like if you use the management fee. I'm just going to quickly mention it. I have a webinar on how to do $0 cleaning fee pricing strategy. So if you want to do $0 cleaning fee, my pricing strategy webinar for that is called Target Price. But in addition, today, something happened today. This is another thing that Airbnb broke today. Airbnb had an issue where people were like, hey, there's a bug. My listing's not showing up in search because it's only showing private rooms in my area. And somebody was so kind, and they were also connected to a channel manager. If you hear, they were connected to HostAway for that. Okay. It could be other channel managers too, because I think a lot of APIs are created equal, and Airbnb makes updates without telling people what's going on. So they did something so kind, and they actually showed us a video of what it looks like on their side. I'm gonna see if I can play this for you. And somebody was upset about the cleaning fee thing. I'm gonna explain to you why what I said isn't actually as shady as you think it is. I'll explain in just a hot second. So that is what's going on there, guys. And so let's go back and let me explain something to you, because some of you might be a little upset with what I just. Somebody just got mad that I said, if you don't want to show your cleaning fee, like you're ripping off customers. Let me explain how the consumer process works. If you go to buy something online, let's say eBay, you go to buy something for 20 bucks. You expect to pay 20 bucks for that item, but then you get hit with this $15 shipping and handling charge. You're gonna be super upset. It's that expectation, that violating your expectation and trying to hit you with some massive fee on the back end. That's why customers are upset. See, if you want my product, my house, and it costs 500 bucks, and you're like, you see the $500 price tag, you see the photos, you like it, you go to book it, as long as it stays 500, you're fine. You're like, this is great, right? But then if that $500 turns into $1,000 because I also have a $300 cleaning fee, then you're like, man, I committed all this time to go book it, and you're trying to convince me to spend a little bit more money and still book your place for more. See, that's the bait and switch that people are upset about. By making your cleaning fee a management fee, when you go to search Airbnb and you see 1,000 listings and you see somebody's like listing for 500 bucks, that includes that management fee now, no matter how you searched. So now you see this upfront price where it doesn't matter if their cost of cleaning is $200 or 20 bucks, you still see that price. You don't see that their internal cleaning fee is $200. It doesn't matter to you, because the fact that they have that price inefficiency, that's their own business. If they're paying too much for housekeeping, that's their own business. But you see a treehouse and you see a bubble dome and you see a duplex and you click on one because you liked it for the $300 that it shows. As long as the price doesn't change, you're going to be happy. So there's nothing shady about having a management fee instead of a cleaning fee, because what happens is at the very front of the line, when you're looking at 100 listings, you see the price and the price won't change. That's what most people are upset about. It's not hiding the fact that it's a cleaning fee. There's a lot of people on the internet mad at Airbnb, and they want to be mad for all sorts of reasons. And the fact that they did this with their cleaning fee is actually pretty darn stupid. So yeah, you could be upset about it. The reason why cleaning fees got out of hand, for any of you guys who don't know, is people were using cleaning fees as a way to make one-night stays more expensive, right? So they're like, I don't want one-night stays or two-night stays because it's so hard to do these turnovers. So what they did is they made their cleaning fee $300, even though their cleaning fee should have only been $100, because if somebody booked for one night, they'd pay one night plus $300. But if somebody booked for a week, they'd book for a week plus $300. It was their way to start to control costs for shorter stays. Airbnb later made something called a short stay or multi-day discounts for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. They made a discount system that would allow people to not do this with their cleaning fee, but they rolled it into something called Pro Tools. And people just don't know how to use the Pro Tools features yet, because not a lot of Airbnb hosts study. Just fun fact, for all of you on this live stream right now, for all of my subscribers and everyone else, you are less than 1% of the host community. Less than 1% of hosts actually watch like educational material. There are hundreds of thousands of hosts. And the videos on my YouTube and other YouTubers' channels, they get thousands of views, tens of thousands of views. Very rarely do hosts actually care to learn about what they think they already know. And that's why most hosts have still bundled in their cost efficiency into the cleaning fee, where they could just use like short stay discounts instead. So people got super upset about that. But here's what happens when you play the game of telephone on social issues, social ethics issues. One guy gets upset because he gets ripped off on a cleaning fee. He tells his friends about it. He sees a YouTube video confirming cleaning fees are the monster, they're the enemy. And the next thing you know, you've got some guy at Whole Foods talking about how Airbnb cleaning fees are the devil. And now that same guy will show up on this YouTube channel and say, oh, you're using a management fee to hide your secret cleaning fee? You're so unethical. But the person doesn't understand because they've never actually used Airbnb. So they don't even know how this works. So I promise you guys, if you use a management fee, it'll do good for the customer because the customer will get exactly what they expect. And that's really the goal here, is to control expectations. So aside from Airbnb's cleaning fee issue and Airbnb's entire home issue here, Brian Chesky actually did make a couple other changes to the platform. They did just change the algorithm because I just did some research with one of my students, and they are totally pumping price. Like they're pumping, what would be the word? Rank. They're pumping rank for listings that are very cheap. We did this search where we popped up a neighborhood, and you can see the price bar. It's like a mound shape of all the different prices in the city. The bottom 20% of the prices for all those listings were the ones that were on first, second, and third page. Airbnb is cranking out low price listings on their search. You actually have to take the filter bar and increase the minimum price that you're willing to pay and actually cut out the bottom to start to see the good listings. It's absolutely nuts. It's so nuts, I'm going to do a video on that in the future. So guys, just wanted you to know, Airbnb's breaking some stuff. You need to check your internal cleaning fees for your short stay. You can remove it, and if it's not there and you're giving guests free cleaning fees, then your channel manager is broken. It's an API connection. You need to send them some mail, send them an email. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, because when this live ends, I'll be down there in the comments answering some questions. We'll do another live later. And thank you so much for hanging out with me quick on a Saturday. I'll see you on the other side.